This is the 2024 Audi A5 Sportback S-Line, and in this video, we'll take a look at it inside and out. My name is Joko, and welcome to Urban Auto Adventures. If you enjoy these types of videos, please make sure that you subscribe down below. It will motivate me to create even more videos, and you won't miss any future video uploads. Now back to the 2024 A5 here. We have a very aggressive and sportish looking hood design with seemingly 4 lines leading towards the front of the vehicle, towards the nose of the vehicle. Next, we have the Matrix Design LED headlights with our Audi laser light feature. We also have a headlight washer right here, which pops out and it sprays here onto the headlights. Right below them, we have vents leading towards the tire compartment right here. LED fog lights, proximity sensors on our front bumper. As you can see, a very sportish and very stylish front grille design with our Audi emblem right here, a front-facing camera, and a very sportish front spoiler. And thank you to Audi here in Naperville for lending me one of their cars so I can do a walk-around video. I'll put a link to their website down in the description if you want to check them out. Now back to the video. The 2024 Audi A5 Sportback S-Line is 187 inches long, 73 inches wide, 55 inches tall, and has a ground clearance of 5 inches. Looking at it from the side as well as from these dimensions, we can tell that this has a more sportish feel to it. Starting off with our wheels, we have 19-inch 5-spoke Cavo design wheels with disc brakes in the front and in the back. We have a trim on the bottom of the vehicle that is the same color as our car. Next, we have an S-Line emblem right here, or very sportish and elegantly designed rear view mirrors, which are also auto dimming, folding, have a LED turn signal right here on the side, as well as a camera from underneath to help with the 360 view. Next, we have door handles that are the same color as our body, as well as a chrome trim around the windows to give them more of an elegant style. Moving towards the back of the vehicle, we're actually greeted with a very similar design that we had in the 2023 model. Starting off at our top, we have a very thin strip here, LED strip for our brake light, a medium-sized rear view window. Leading towards the back, we have our Audi emblem right here, a rear-facing camera, our very elegantly designed rear LED taillights, our A5 emblem right here, the Quattro emblem on the passenger side, proximity sensors on our rear bumper, as well as a very sportish rear spoiler with 2 tailpipes coming out from both sides. If you want to open up the trunk space, all you do is you push on the rubberized button in the center here of the liftgate, and we have an automatic liftgate as you see. The trunk space that you get with the Audi A5 Sportback is actually quite enough for your daily groceries, even for like a longer trip for a family of 4. Now you do get additional storage space here to the side with some netting so that, things do not fall out. You get another netting pocket on the driver's side, and if this is not enough, you also get a little bit of extra storage below the liner here. Is where you can open up the door. This is also where you can find your spare tire, and you get a little bit of extra storage for some tools or smaller items if you want to. Now you can close this. You get 2 covers. One is from here that prevents people from peeking through the rear window here in the back. You can easily take it out like that. It just simply slides out, and then you can store it either at home or leave it in the vehicle if you want to use it at a later notice. And you also get the cover here on the window, which you simply twist this, and now you can have the entire rear window open and the entire interior of the trunk space visible from the outside as well. So I would personally leave it in because it does provide you a little bit of extra privacy. If you want to have even more storage than this, what you can also do is you can actually put down the rear seats, and you can do that by simply going from one and the other side. Pull on the lever like this, which will lower the seat. Go to the other side, pull on the lever, and now this opens up even more storage capabilities for longer items. And if you want even taller items, like I said, you can simply remove this, store it to the side, and now you have an even larger storage compartment here in the trunk space. If you want to put everything back together, you simply put this back, slide it into place. Put up the seats by simply lifting them into position, just like that. And if you want to put down just the middle seat, you can do that because we have a 40-20-40 split, meaning you can separately put down each individual seat, which is very convenient. Last but not least, you also get 2 LED lights on the side here to illuminate the back space. But if you want to close up the trunk, the lift gate, all you do is you push on this button and the lift gate will close automatically. Nice. The 2024 Audi A5 Sportback S-Line 45 TFSI Quattro comes in a turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine configuration, which combined with the 7-speed Tiptronic transmission puts out a massive 261 horsepower or 273 pound-feet of torque. What you also want to know is where you put your windshield washer fluid, and it's nowhere to be seen in the engine bay compartment because Audi have placed it on the corner here, completely out of the engine bay compartment, so you don't spill any windshield washer fluid inside. Smart. Sitting inside the 2024 Audi A5 Sportback S-Line, you actually not only get a very sportish feel when you're sitting in it, but it's also very luxurious and very elegant. This particular model has the brown leather package, as you can see, and it again adds to that elegance of the interior feel. Now, in addition to that, you also have a very nice combination of materials here on the interior. You get high gloss grand piano trim in the center console, on the doors, on your dashboard. You get very nice wood trim also on your center console, on the dashboard, high gloss chrome trim, accents here and there, as well as this nice soft plastic here on the top of the dashboard, soft leather on the doors, and these soft leather seats as well. Now, in addition to that, the Audi A5 Sportback S-Line comes with a ton of safety and convenience features, so let's just dive right into them. Starting off with our passenger side, we have a fairly shallow glove box compartment which can fit your owner's manual and probably a couple pairs of sunglasses. It's also lined with this very nice soft material to not scratch your sunglasses if you just dump them like that inside. Next, we have our Quattro emblem right here on our wood trim dashboard, leading to our 10.1-inch touchscreen LCD display, which is our infotainment system. The infotainment system features Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Right below that, we have our climate control unit, which features physical buttons as well as an LCD screen, to indicate the temperature, the adjustments, but you also get two physical knobs on both sides with smaller LCD screens to indicate the temperature that you're currently selected. Right below that, we have our conveniently placed drive mode selector. Right next to it, auto engine start and stop, traction control, our self-parking feature, which we'll get to in a second, parking sensor, and you can also turn on and off your infotainment system with a push of a button, which is very nice. Right below that, we have a very small compartment right here, a little bit of storage with a regular USB charging port as well as a 12-volt outlet right here. Two cup holders, more storage, a very sportish and very elegantly designed gear selector with an electronic parking brake, a little bit of a slit here for your key to the side with your volume knob control for your infotainment system, which brings us to our armrest. Our armrest, you can simply lift it up, you get wireless phone charging and additional storage right here. Next, for the driver, we get a heads-up display with sign recognition, a 7-inch in diagonal digital instrument cluster, a very sportish heated steering wheel with paddle shifters, physical buttons on the steering wheel to control some of the other infotainment system features right here. And on our left hand side here of the steering wheel, we have our light control module where we control the headlights as well as the brightness of the lights here in the interior. Next, we have our very nice and very comfortable leather seats with thigh extensions. They're heated, ventilated. We have 4-way power lumbar in both seats as well as power adjustment in both seats as well. In addition to that, you get a memory for 2 people in the driver's seat, no memory in the passenger seat, and the memory in the driver's seat also includes the memory for the side view mirrors, which is very convenient when you're driving with your significant other so that you can store the settings individually, which is very nice and very convenient. Next, we have LED interior lights throughout the entire car, a tilted and sliding moonroof with a sliding sunshade of course, and last but not least, a top-of-the-line Bang & Olufsen sound system. Nice. The SelfPark feature offers 3 types of self-park: parallel, pull-in, and back-in. To activate the self-park feature by pushing the button, then the car will scan for parking spaces as you pass them along and notice which one is empty. So now we just follow the arrow. Once it finds an empty spot, it will display it on the monitor and you can select whether you want to back in or pull in. You simply follow the instructions on the screen. Put it in reverse. You are in control of the brake and changing gears, so every time the vehicle prompts you to stop and switch gear, you do so. Just So I'm just testing the brake to make sure that, I am in control of stopping if I need to. We just follow the arrow here. At this point, I was wondering what the car was doing because I assumed it would be able to back it in on the first try. Maybe it took into account the light pole that is in the spot, but I don't know what happened. I had to switch it into gear to move forward, and then, once it moved forward, straighten out the vehicle, put it back in reverse so it can back it in nicely. Honestly, I can see this being helpful for people that do not know how to, let's say, parallel park, so that you have the car parallel park for you. But for spaces where you back in or pull in, I feel like a human being would do a better job. Well, some human beings. I also tried the feature to pull in to a spot to see what the difference would be, and it was the same. It recognized the spot. I selected the pull-in feature, and now it would reverse, turn the wheel, prompt me to hit the brake, shift gears into forward, and then it got in on the first try. And once it's done with the SelfPark Assist, it prompts you on the digital instrument cluster that the SelfPark is done. Sitting here in the backseat of the 2024 Audi A5 Sportback S-Line can feel a little bit crowded at first, even if you're a person of my build, but you still get a good amount of legroom and a little bit of headroom here above you. Now, you still get the same materials and design that we got in the front seats. You get your wood trim on the doors, the grand piano trim here on the doors as well. And overall, the sportish feel has continued here in the back as well. Now, when it comes to storage, you get a little bit of storage here inside the door in the form of this bottle compartment. And you also get storage behind the driver and the passenger seat in the form of these net pockets, if you may. Our center console features the climate control unit, where you can separately control the climate for the back seat here, as well as your heated seats. We have 3-stage heated seats here in the back too. You get 2 USB charging ports right below that and a 12-volt outlet right here. Now, if you want even more comfort, what you can do is you can pull down the armrest. You get a little bit of extra storage right here with a little bit of, felt material. And you get also 2 cup holders by simply pushing these 2 things out here. If you don't want them, you can simply put them back in, and there you go. Now, like I said earlier, we have a 40-20-40 split of the back seats, which means that you can separately control, putting down each seat individually. If you want to put down the middle seat, however, you have to come in from the inside, lower the armrest, and you have a latch right here underneath the headrest of the seat that if you pull, unlocks the seat, and you gotta close the armrest so that you can lower the center seat, which is very simple and very convenient actually. So if you want to store longer items and thinner items here in between the seats and still have people sitting in the back seats. If you want to put it up, all you do is lift it back up in space, and that's pretty much it. And thank you for watching this far. Make sure that you hit the like, share, subscribe button down below if you don't want to miss any future video uploads. For more amazing car videos, hit the thumbnail right there, and I'll see you in our next one. Cheers.